dead, right? It's
yeah,
not.
yeah. The rally decks don't sweat Nojitai too much.
So we're underway. Game number 2 here. Seidl will be on the play. Seven card hands each.
Needle Spires from Seidl. Not a commonly played creature land.
No, Needle Spires, the 2/1 double strike. We will start with a Transgress the Mind, though. We see a pair of Murderous Cuts, a Den Protector, a Tassiger, and a second Den Protector to go with his second and third lands.
The card you really wish you could take is just one of those Den Protectors.
Well, at least you're not exiling the card you take, right?
Yeah, being able to exile whichever one you want out of here. Yeah, the Tassiger seems like the pick. You're not going to get out of the Murderous Cuts, and there are diminishing returns to having 2 copies in your hand. You only have so much graveyard to delve away.
Well, Daniel is a Mardu tokens deck. Murderous Cut, there's a chance that card's just bad against his draw.
Yeah, Tassiger lines up a lot better against Hordling Outburst than Murderous Cut does.
Second land for Porges.
So they've only finished 1 game, and there are only 19 minutes left on the clock. That has to be a concern for these players.
Well, especially if you're Daniel Seidl here. Down a game, he's going to have to win this one quickly. Looks like Porges is going to make a turn 2 Den Protector just as a 2/1.
Curious about this play, seeing as Willie wants to either win this game or he's fine if the round ends right now. So this play is a very aggressive line. Maybe he just thinks that his role is to be the aggressor in this matchup, and this is just how he wins games of Magic here. But face down Den Protector, getting a card back. He only has fetch lands right now, but it's still something. Just playing a 2/1 is only going to trade with a Goblin token.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's hoping to loop the Den Protectors.
That is something, though. This is the kind of play that looks desperate, the kind of play I would expect Seidl to make.
Right.
Not the
you
kind
want
of
him
play
to be the aggressive one.
Right.
And so, so Seidl, turn 3, will have the Hordling Outburst we talked about. It matches up great against Murderous Cut. It also matches up pretty well against Den Protector.
Certainly a 2/1 Den Protector. Matches up worse against a 2/2.
Draw here from Porges. It does look like he's picked up a copy of Siege Rhino. That one will be good against tokens.
Yeah.
As is the case, Siege Rhino, good on this board.
Good against Magic cards.
And here's a face-down morph. The only one he plays is Den Protector. Seidl, probably aware of this.
He did see 2 copies of Den Protector when he transgressed, so got to be pretty confident in picking that one.
And the play will be Sorin Solemn Visitor from Seidl.
This is actually an interesting board, thinking about whether he wants a Vampire or to pump his team.
Well, if he pumps his team and Porges is willing to flip up Den Protector, he actually can take the Sorin.
Right. That's got to be the determining factor here.
A +1. And the Goblins swinging for 6, Porges down to 12, Seidl to 23.
Though, with this plus, he's not able to save his Sorin from Den Protector either. The morph Den Protector will be a 3-power creature combined with the existing Den Protector that hits it for lethal. So the question is, would you rather have 6 life and 3 damage or a 2/2 flyer? Personally, I would be looking for a different spell to cast out of my hand. Neither of those sounds very good.
Well, there is something, is that if Porges does the play where he flips up Den Protector and kills Sorin, he is tapping his main phase mana to not impact the board. He is tapping out his blockers.
And his opponent is on 12.
Is on 12. So you could justify this line by saying it's a very aggressive line of Sorin.
Yeah. And that's just what I was saying about the face-up Den Protector. This does feel kind of desperate, does feel kind of aggressive, so, maybe it is just right for Seidl to make a play like that.
Porges, this is an important turn for him. Sorin, leaving Sorin on the table is so very important, so game-changing here. He's going to ask the judge a question away from table. Back into the match, though. One minute added to the clock.
So you really want to kill Sorin, but you also really want to get Siege Rhino online here. So this is a pretty tough turn for Willie. Thinking and unthinking.
You can't have the right, if you want the Sorin, you're going to have to give up all your blockers and your turn. It's a big cost. I mean, what if you make that play and then Seidl plays, another Sorin plus swing? I mean, what a disaster is that?
Yeah, that's quite disastrous. I think that the play might be to just put 4 points on the Sorin so that he can't make the Vampire, play the Siege Rhino,
Maybe.
and then it's dead next turn to the Den Protector.
Maybe. I mean, it's
You
like,
at least gain the 3 life on the Rhino, but you're right. Another Sorin or a Gideon makes the crackback is going to mean something.
yeah. But is Seidl even plussing this? Say you leave the Sorin on 5. Do you think Seidel's minusing the Sorin?
No, probably not.
So 5 and 1. I mean, from Porges' side, they're not even different numbers.
Attacking Seidl doesn't do anything, though.
No, that's. I mean, if you're going to be plussing the Sorin, Porges needs to get board control here. The life total, Seidel's life total is going to do weird things this game. Well,
Yeah.
So Porges
It's going to go up and down and all around.
Yeah. He needs to gain control of the board. He needs to Rhino into a bunch, deal damage in 10s.
It's too bad Siege Rhino isn't better, and you can't use it to lower loyalty on Planeswalkers.
Oh, if it could go up, if it wasn't loss of life, it was just damage.
Yeah, it seems like an oversight in design. You know, Siege Rhino is just probably not good enough.
Play would be great here. Swing Den Protector, Rhino, kill Sorin, go. What's wrong with that play? Seems excellent.
I also like just the connecting. I like attacking with the other creature because the 2/2 can block
He's
profitably.
splitting the difference here. Now, I think... Well, no. They can't. Neither can block. If he assumes that Sorin is going to plus this turn.
That's true. The face down Den Protector
They
can
both
get a
work,
card back. You're
can get a
absolutely
card
right.
back. So I think that's the line here. He went for the conservative play because he knew he wasn't going to trade this Den Protector face down for a Goblin.
Yes.
So chooses the defensive line. He hits Sorin down to 3, plays Rhino, goes up to 14. And now we're back to Seidl. Shambling Vent, the play for Seidl. Sorin, not even a hesitation from Seidl. It's going up to 4.
Wonder if he has a way to deal with the Siege Rhino here. That would be huge.
Oh, a kill spell?
Yes.
With the attack, that would be great. They're all going to swing in. And if you're Porges, you're probably just blocking 2 of them. That's why you left your Den Protector back. And I like the direction this game is going for Porges right now.
I think I spotted a Kolagon, the Storm's Fury, in Seidl's hand. Even still,
He only got 2 damage across there, and he had to pay a Goblin token for it.
Sorin's going down this next turn, I'm almost positive of.
Yeah. He plays Seeker of the Way and passes. How do you feel about that attack there, about putting a Goblin into the Siege Rhino?
I am not in love with it, especially with the Kolagon looming. That Goblin might have been worth a lot more damage down the road, just throwing it away.
You maybe just make a Vampire there?
You have enough life total. You don't need to...
I think that's where I am, too. I think I just want to go make a Vampire. That plus on Sorin only got you 2 damage. And it got you...
It got you life that didn't matter.
Life that didn't matter. It got you 2 damage. It got you to trade with Den Protector, but I don't know.
Yeah, trading with Den Protector is actually pretty bad, because there's a face-down Den Protector that's just going to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens from here, though. We're back to Porges' turn. Still has those pair of murderous cuts that we saw off the early Transgress the Mind.
There's a real creature in play. Maybe you just take it down. You're able to leave the Den Protector in the graveyard with that. Option is Siege Rhino.
You know, there's a rule about when you have mana up and a Siege Rhino.
What would that rule be, Matthias?
Well, you should probably just cast Siege Rhino.
We've seen it pay off time and again.
Time and again, it's a good time-honored strategy. I think if Porges had double black up, this play would be straightforward.
Yes.
He does not, though.
I'm thinking that the Siege Rhino rule might be becoming a law.
So he goes ahead and Den Protector's back Den Protector and kills Sorin and passes. He does leave up Murderous Cut here, so he can't get Kolagoned.
Yeah, exactly. Which is going to line up great against what Seidl actually has, Kolagon.
Well, Seidl knows about the 2 Murderous Cuts. The question is if he has any other plays.
Right.
I mean, I don't think dashing Kolagon into this board, it may just be a non-starter if you're Seidl, right?
Yeah, you really hope you have a better option.
One thing is it does look like Seidl has his one of Monastery Mentor in hand along with a Crackling Doom. If he had 6 mana, he can get around a lot of the plays that Willie would make.
Yes. Firing up the Shambling Vent. This play,
Okay.
it's fine. You're going to get Stone Rained here, I have to imagine.
I mean, he has to get through. Okay, he has 2 quality targets for Murderous Cuts in his hand right now. He has a Monastery Mentor and a Kolagon. And he just got Willie to Murderous Cut, something that wasn't Mentor or Kolagon.
Absolutely true.
So I think it's a win for Seidl.
Yeah, with his life total so high, it is fair that the crackbacks
Yeah,
not
normally
too bad. You really just have to minimize the damage from Murderous Cut.
Yeah, you'd normally be concerned about this. I'm going to deal 2 to take 7, right? That's bad. It looks like the Murderous Cut hits Seeker of the Way, not Shambling Vent.
Yes. Presumably the motivation there is that in order to attack with Shambling Vet, you have to invest some mana. 4 is already a lot of lands.
Now the danger here is going to be that Willie continue, as Abzan is keen to do, is going to continue to draw ridiculously efficient 4-drops.
Yeah.
You see a swing for 3 from Den Protector, and here's going to be Gideon leaving up, I believe, enough mana to cast another Murderous Cut.
I don't know if he has the Graveyard.
I guess if Daniel removes some blockers, say he roasts and attacks or something like that, then we do have enough.
Yeah. It looks like 2 cards right now, but it might be more.
A fetch from Seidl. If there's not enough mana to delve that Murderous Cut, does you think Seidl has to go for the Gideon? Just Kolagon it down?
With Willie at such a low life total, it's hard to attack anything but his face. I don't know.
It's going to go a different path. It's going to be Monastery Mentor plus Crackling Doom. It'll take care of Siege Rhino. 2 damage. We'll see if it's 2 damage to Willie or Gideon.
Yeah, and if you fight over the Gideon, you might not have enough damage left to actually kill Willie.
It's going upstairs. Willie's at 7. He's trying to get Willie in range of Kolagon.
Yes.
But we know Daniel knows there's a Murderous Cut left. We know there's another Siege Rhino left.
Daniel's at the point where he could draw a Duress and connect with Kolagon, though that is shy of lethal.
Draw that for Willie was Warden of the First Tree. With a land, with a black mana, he could have done Rhino and Murderous Cut. Now he'll have to choose. Looks like he's going to choose to hold up Murderous Cut. So he plays Warden of the First Tree and immediately makes it a 3/3. Eight minutes remaining in the round. At this point, it does seem like Seidl's playing for a draw. I don't think he could finish the match in 8 minutes.
No, certainly not.
Remember, the pressure is on Seidl to win this game. If this game ends in a draw, Porges will win the match 1-0.
Yep, and Porges leaving up Murderous Cut here. You don't want to risk taking a hit from Kolagon here because that makes any future Crackling Dooms lethal.
Sorin Solemn Visitor. What I like here, though, is it's interesting because Porges did not Murderous Cut the Monastery Mentor. It means that Seidl gets to continue gaining this value out of Mentor. I mean, Monastery Mentor is a really terrifying card to leave on the board.
Yeah, definitely. Very nice that Prowess triggers off Planeswalkers. Seidl's board is building.
Yeah, Cast of Sorin makes a vampire.
Given the few number of cards in Seidl's hand, the 2/2 tokens on Gideon are kind of keeping pace with the Mentor, though.
Whoa, is that an attack from Monastery Mentor?
Not in love with that.
Wow. He's going to offer the Mentor up in a trade. I mean, I guess he doesn't have any more non-creature spells in hand, but that's a very valuable card.
Yeah, and you're not gaining anything off of this attack.
Getting a Knight token. I mean, I understand wanting to be aggressive, and I really respect that, but that was a great card you just gave up.
Yeah. What you really want to have happen is just for Porges to tap out so your Vampire and your Dragon can swing for lethal. The creatures on the ground don't really matter, and with your Mentor off the table, you are no longer anywhere near keeping pace with Gideon.
Yeah, the Mentor represented this pressure of because what Willie's trying to do is play all his creatures as though they had Defender, right? Just making a board stall and saying, I'm going to eventually overpower you. But Mentor had this unique pressure where if we played that game, and then Daniel would just continue to make monks.
Yes. Can just cast whatever spell he draws off the top and flood the board that way.
All right, well, Den Protector will be the play for Porges. He'll swing the other Den Protector, and he'll get the Sorin for his troubles. Willie replaces the ally that traded away last turn. And with no Mentor, no Sorin, and Murderous Cut still up on Willie's side, I don't see Seidl winning from here anymore.
Willie's playing this game very sharp, understands that Seidl's life total is just way too high for the aggression to matter. Just try to control the Planeswalkers.
Here's Butcher of the Horde from Seidl. With Willie at 7, this feels like a must-answer card.
We're in Murderous Cut territory with a card that powerful, and the Den Protector added to the board means so we can just get that Murderous Cut back. There is an issue with having enough cards to actually cast the Cut with Delve on the following turn, but not doing this just leaves him dead.
Yeah, Butcher and Vampire swing. Butcher had haste. Murderous Cut takes care of Butcher of the Horde, but Willie goes to 5. Now this Kolagon's lethal. And it's been some amazing discipline on Porges' side to not ever cast that second Siege Rhino.
I may have spotted a Transgress the Mind in Willie's hand here.
Transgress is excellent. It would take care of Kolagon. It would not take care of a Kolagon that's on top of the deck. So Willie would like to, if possible, be in, have that Murderous Cut and mana up. I think that'd be his ideal situation.
He did have to delve away his entire graveyard, though, so he won't be able to Den Protector and Cut on this turn.
So maybe it is just Transgress. And to be fair, Seidl has played toward that out very well. He's done a great job of protecting the Kolagon in his hand. Through this Vampire, he's engineered a board where Kolagon is lethal now. Gideon ticks up. It'll join Den Protector in an attack. 8 damage. Willie maybe trying to make this a 2-turn clock. Certainly he has it in 3.
Yeah, what you do with the Gideon on this board is actually fairly irrelevant. You're either building towards a bunch of tokens with an Anthem, or you'll have the ability to punch through for 5.
He played Anafenza. He didn't play Transgress the Mind, he played Anafenza. This is an opening for Seidl. He's going to dash Kolagon.
That's going to cost him.
That's going to cost him the whole game. Swing in the air.
He played so
and
conservatively.
And Porges is dead.
Oh,
and
wow.
we're going to game 3. Seidl steals that one out from under him.
That's amazing. He played so conservatively for so long.
He had it. That whole game, Seidl had the Kolagon in his hand, and Willie took every line to play around it beautifully up until the last turn. He lets his shields down once, and he pays the huge price for it.
Yeah. That was surprising. I was fully expecting the Transgress there.
That's the kind of game you're going to want back, and it's a heartbreaker. So now we go to game 3, and you see the players are going to we're going to stick with them as they present for this one. It's going to be a very fast present.
Yes. They got to shuffle up and get ready to battle quick, and one of them's got to hope to steal this one real fast. Seidl wants to have that Hordling Outburst into some kind of Planeswalker to Anthem them.
Wow.
Porges needs to get an Anafenza online and start beating down.
So Seidl, you have to give Seidl credit there. A lot of his plays, trading away Monastery Mentor at one point, some of them were less than ideal, but one thing he did really well is he evaluated just how important certain flying threats were in that game. He got a lot of early damage in, and he knew Willie had 2 Murderous Cuts, and somehow he had to get this Kolagon to not get hit by Murderous Cut. Against a guy with 2 Den Protectors on 2 Murderous Cuts, we left him with all 4 of those. That's going to be so hard to resolve a 5-drop into that game ever. But Seidl did it. He got one turn where Kolagon could connect, and that got him the game.
And Porges had to pay a lot of attention to the Planeswalkers on Seidl's side of the table. Seidl correctly ignored that Gideon.
Yeah, what a Gideon made 4 allies, attacked once. It never did anything. And a lot of that was because of Sorin. Seidl got to play the game above 20 life for the entirety of the game.
Yes.
So we're underway. Game number 3. Porges on the play. Abzan Blue versus Mardu tokens. This is going to be a fast one. It's Forest and Woodland and Wooded Foothills as the start. Turn 2 is a Warden of the First Tree. That was a top deck by Porges. So he won't be able to pump it on curve, but he will play basic planes that will set up his Battlelands in the future. Minute 20 remaining. We'll make sure that one is correct. We believe it is. They will get until the clock hits 0 and 5 extra turns to finish the game. And Dragon Fodder from Seidl. That's the kind of start you said he would want here.
Yep. Got to get your punches in early and often if you're going to win a game with this little on his time.
Willie, I like this. He's trying to punch 2. Warden swings in, pumps it to a 3-3 and passes.
Yep.
In most games, I think you would see the Warden sit back and block, but not this one. Neither player wants a draw.
Certainly not.
Both players just trading fetch lands. They're going to crack them immediately. For Porges, he's setting it up with his black mana. And blue, he has every color online. Seidl the same, he has straight Mardu going. He'll play Dragon Fodder, he'll play Murderous Cut on Warden of the first tree, a swing in for 2, he'll put Willie down to 17, now with 4 Goblins in play. Maybe Seidl can pull this off, 20 seconds remaining. He's got to hope if Willie's hand is a bust up, if he bricks a land drop here, maybe Daniel can push enough damage.
Yep, any of his Anthem effects are going to be great here. Sorin, Gideon, 2 more lands, and Kolagon.
Go to Willie's side. However, Willie looks like he does have a Siege Rhino and some Transgress the Mines. So he'll start by transgressing on Seidl. We will see. Butcher of the Horde, Crackling Doom, Monastery Mentor. Well, only one you can, I guess you can take the Butcher of the Horde.
Butcher of the Horde is the one that threatens to push through the most damage the fastest. Monastery Mentor, for as powerful it is, does need some setup.
And Transgress the Mind will take care of another card. Now, because Willie played this instead of Siege Rhino, to me this feels like Willie has accepted that he's playing for the draw.
Yeah. There's just
right.
no realistic way that he's able to actually win the game.
If you wanted to try to win it, you'd play Siege Rhino, I think.
Yeah, that's the only way you can do enough damage.
So Willie was turn 0. Turn number 4 from Daniel is turn 1. He'll play Monastery Mentor, swing 4. Willie's at 13. Turn number 2 for Porges. There is a chance, if you're Seidl, you think you have a chance. I don't know that you can get through Siege Rhino in time. You'd have to maybe top deck, if you top decked Murderous Cut for Siege Rhino and then top decked Kolagon, you might be able to get this. It's going to be close.
Looks like Willie is electing to play Warden and leave up Murderous Cut rather than Rhino here.
Sure. He wants to make sure that he can't get Kolagon'd out. I like that.
Just doing some damage control.
Turn 3 on Seidl's side. Yeah, land Kolagon is one of the few ways he can lose from here. Dragon Fodder will make a Monk and 2 Goblins.
Makes it so the Mentor at worst trades with the Warden.
Sure. See if Willie pulls the trigger on this Murderous Cut to take care of Monastery Mentor, or whether or not he's really just saving it for Kolagon.
If you block a Goblin token, you're signing yourself up for 6 damage to the face, puts you at 7. And you're kind of dead on board. Yeah.
Seidl gets turn 5, so he has to survive this and 1 more attack. I mean, Seidl's a red deck. There is burn. It does exist.
This is a precarious situation. Seidl's last card is a land, so it's got to be Kolagon off the top.
Butcher of the Horde might do it too, depending on how low he gets Porges here.
Yeah, or any of the Anthem effects.
Porges, oh my, he's gonna do, okay, he's blocking the Goblin. Oh.
We gonna cut?
I know we're saving it for one of the haymakers, but
how do you not? There's just like a lot of cards that matter that can't get cut from here too. Gideon, Sorin.
Yeah, Sorin plus kills you.
Yeah.
And then you'll die with this Murderous Cut in your hand. It's like, how did we go wrong here?
I'm not even sure that Porges can effectively play for the draw. Like he might just be dead.
He might be dead. Oh my. I think he's counting. I think Porges is realizing that this is the case now. He takes 6, goes to 7, and he's going to untap. No cut was cast. Turn 4 for Willie. Seidl may have pulled. And
well, he drew a land.
Seidl may have turned
we can Rhino cut. Question is that good enough?
I think it will be. Without the land, I thought there was a chance that Seidl wins this. With the land, I don't see Willie pulling it off. Or Daniel pulling it off, rather.
Flip it over.
Here's turn 5.
What you got?
Fiery Impulse.
Not good enough.
Close. Makes a Monk token. Why not? Here's a swing with everyone.
And we're going to see this game end in a draw unless Porges decides not to block the Mentor. Which might not even be
the
true.
Monk, yeah,
Maybe he's just dead.
The Mentor's a 3/3, the Monk's a 2/2. There are 5 Goblins. Willie's going to go to 5. 4 off this fetch land, but not 0.
Yep.
If Seidl had a Crackling Doom, no, we still...
It would remove the blocker.
Deal 3, remove the blocker. That would be good enough. Crackling Doom would have won here if Seidl had it.
Yeah, he certainly had outs. Fiery Impulse was not one of them.
Murderous Cut for the Monastery Mentor. Delves 4 away. And it's going to look like Willie Porges is going to escape with a draw here, but the last 5 minutes of this match, what a...
The wild
Willie
thing
let it go.
is-
Willie let it go. I mean...
The wild thing is that Transgress in Game 2 could have got him out with a win.
Yeah.
And here we saw him
That was
fighting,
at 5 minutes ago, we were saying that he was going to win Game 2, and now we see him just
clawing,
barely...
clawing for a draw.
Yeah. So that is going to be an end in a draw between Willie Porges and Daniel Seidl. Mardu tokens and Obs on blue. We'll bring you back.